and welcome back to I Love the Library. My name is Eliza and I'm the Youth Services Librarian here at the Detroit Lakes Public Library. By now, you already know that I love reading books, but one of my favorite parts of my job is doing story time, which we do every Thursday and Saturday at 10:30, which means I have to read the picture books to be able to figure out what to read for story time. Now, one of my favorite things about picture books is that it doesn't matter if you're 2 or if you're 32, picture books are for everybody, no matter your age. And these are some new books that we have at the Detroit Lakes Public Library that I just had to share with you guys. First up, we have a book called Like. Now, are you like a tin can? What about a swimming pool? Or a mushroom? Or a hyena? There's so many different ways that we can compare ourselves to others, whether they are the things that we are similar to or the reason why we're different. There are so many ways to celebrate the things that we are like or the reasons that we're different. And this is a picture book that exemplifies that completely. It's about a little boy and he is discovering how he is similar, how much he is like the other things he comes into contact with. Next up, we have Professor Goose Debunks Goldilocks and the Three Little Bears. Now, when I say that there are picture books that are perfect no matter your age, this is definitely one to consider. In this book, we have Professor Goose, and he's using scientific facts to talk about how fairy tales are not accurate. For example, once upon a time, there were 3 bears who lived in a house. Now, that's not scientifically accurate. Bears live in caves, not houses. Or farther along in our story, he talks about how, according to thermodynamics, big scientific word, about how when Goldilocks eats the 3 porridges, we have Papa Bear's bowl, which is too hot in the big bowl. We have Mama Bear's bowl in a medium-sized bowl, which is too cold, and Baby Bear's bowl, which is small and it's just right. But according to thermodynamics, our big scientific word, according to that, Mama Bear's bowl in the middle is the perfect temperature. If Papa Bear's is too hot, Baby Bear's should be too cold. So it goes into an entire fun-filled story time that would be great for like 1st, 2nd, 3rd grade, maybe even up to 4th and 5th, because it's just so fun and funny and talks about science. Next up, we have a fun little story time book called The Sun is Late and So is the Farmer. Now, in this book, we have a group of farm animals that are just waiting and waiting and waiting for the sun to come up. But the sun is late. So they consult the barn owl, who tells them that they have to travel across the farm, through a field of sleeping sheep, past a sleeping giant, to the edge of the world to wake up the sun. Because then the farmer will wake up, and then eventually they'll all be able to have breakfast. So this entire story is basically based about how the farm animals just want to have breakfast and they're waiting for the farmer to wake up. It is super fun and the illustrations are absolutely beautiful. Next up, I have one of my absolute favorite authors, Mo Willems, with his newest pigeon book, The Pigeon Will Ride the Roller Coaster. Now, if you don't know Pigeon, he is a very spunky animal who is always saying, I want, I want, I want, I want, I want. He wants to ride the bus, he wants to eat hot dogs, he wants to have cookies, he wants a puppy, and now he wants to ride a roller coaster. And because I really love theme parks, I knew I was absolutely gonna adore this book, and I do. This is a great book to read with anybody of any age, like I said, whether you're 2 or 32. Last up, I have Endlessly Ever After. This beautiful picture book is all about making decisions and choices. If you were like me, you might have grown up reading some of the Choose Your Own Adventure stories, where every couple of pages you're given 2 different choices, and you have to decide which one you're gonna do, and that will tell you a page number to turn to. That's exactly what happens in this story. We have Rosie, who is also known as Little Red Riding Hood, and right away you have to decide if she's gonna be putting on her favorite red cape, or if she's gonna be putting on her cozy faux fur hood, which makes her look a little bit like a wolf. So as you go through this story, she is also going to be able to go through a bunch of different fairy tales, meet a lot of different fairy tale characters, and it's up to you to decide how she's going to get to the end of her story. Now, one of the best things is that you can read this book over and over and over and over again to get new endings every single time by changing your decisions throughout the story. So these are just a couple of the brand new picture books that we have available here at the Detroit Lakes Public Library. I highly recommend you coming in and checking them out. And like I said, picture books are really for any age, whether you are a small little kid who just loves looking at pictures, or you are a fun adult kid who is just looking for a really funny story to entertain your little ones, your nieces and nephews, anybody that you're with. So please come and join us at the library, read a picture book or two, and we'll see you the next time you visit the library. Bye!